everybody.
Thank you, dog. It's Friday. Yay. Woohoo.
Happy TDIF, everyone.
Oh my goodness. So great to be back. As you can tell, I'm home again. It's great to be back and get back into regular routine and sleep in my own bed. And Ginger has places to run, even though they're all indoors because there's 2 feet of snow outside. Yeah. But it's great to be back. It's so nice to be with you all. Hillary and I this is the best absolute day of the week. And if you don't know why, it's because we have all kinds of fun things in store for you every Friday. I'm Patty Quinn, and I'm here with the amazing, lovely, and talented Hillary Buholtz.
Hey, everybody.
And we are the co-founders of We Heart Hounds. And as I mentioned, we do dog crafts and recipes and all kinds of good stuff. We interview dog companies with amazing products and like inspirational ideas with all kinds of good stuff in the world of dogs. And we love to bring all that to you. So sprinkle of love, let everybody know. The more the merrier, really. And let me jump into today's craft. We're going to be doing a darling doggy cutting board. So we're going to do it. It's a Dollar Tree DIY, which is really cool. So basically, if you go to your local Dollar Tree, they have these cutting boards. They're glass. They've got kind of a tempered glass. It's got a texture on the cutting side, and then it's a nice smooth surface on the back with these little 4 feet that are sticking up. And I think they have them in a square shape, different shapes, but you want to get the clear one, so it can be square or round. We just love this round shape. And then basically the first thing you're going to want to do is take off the feet. And I'm just using just a little razor here. You can use a paint scraper or anything that's got a flat edge just to pull these feet off.
And they come off pretty easy, so you don't have to struggle too bad. They kind of have adhesive on the backside, so
yeah, which makes this perfect for customizing, making a custom one. Just so nice. All right. And then once you get them off, you just want to make sure that you've got a nice smooth surface, clean surface. So I forgot my rubbing alcohol, but I'm going to just use my razor to clear off the excess adhesive.
And I do have some little alcohol pads that I'm going to use, and these work really well. You could also use, if you didn't have rubbing alcohol or alcohol pads, you could use like nail polish remover, I think would work well. So just a little cotton swab with a little bit of nail polish remover to help take that adhesive off.
Soap and water would work too, but it would just take a little longer to get it. It's that sticky stuff, you know, like when you're peeling back a price label or something like that. Just getting that off. Doesn't take much time though.
And you do want to, like if you have smudges or other little marks or anything like that, you can just quickly clean off the entire back as well.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have a nice clean surface when you're working.
Try not to get any dog hairs stuck in between. If it's anything like we get Lulu hair everywhere. She sheds quite a bit. So that's a cutting board after all.
Yeah. Oh, that's a rule with every craft project, right?
Yep.
Watch out for dog hairs. The doggy glitters everywhere.
I'm going to grab another one and just wipe down the back a little more.
All right. And I think I got mine scraped off pretty well. All right. So easy peasy. The feet are gone. You got a nice clean surface to work with. I'm just going to wipe this down real quick. And then basically you're going to take you want to make sure that the rough textured side is down. So you still have that smooth bottom side facing up. Well, it doesn't really matter, but you're going to trace the circle onto some fabric. And we just have these really fun dog themed fabrics. They actually all coordinate. It was a bundle, a fat quarter bundle from Hobby Lobby that we found. And I just think they're just so cute with really fun little doggies on them. And they've got this little dotted line around them. They're just so cute. I just think they're so adorable. And so you just lay your fabric out upside down so that you're looking at the wrong side of the fabric. You trace a circle and cut it out so that, the trace marks are on the back. So you don't see it on the front. And then you just cut out your circle.
And I would say with the quarters, because I had really strong creases that were from where it was folded. So I would say iron them out if you have some really deep creases, because you're not going to want those to show up on your cutting board.
Right. I have some folds, but they're kind of soft folds.
Yep.
So
that'll be fine because the Mod Podge will just work it out. But if you have any that are like those
real
super
tough, tight.
Yep.
So back to our cutting board. Again, the textured side is down. The bottom side where we took the feet off is facing you. And we're going to want to paint that with some Mod Podge. And it's a special one. It's a dishwasher safe Mod Podge. So you're going to want to get that. We found ours at Target. Yep. You can get them online at Amazon. And sometimes your Walmart or Hobby Lobby or one of those might have
Some Walmarts have them. And I didn't have as much luck at Hobby Lobby. So Target was the winner for this one.
Same here. But you want the dishwasher safe one because obviously this is a food safe product or kitchen gear that we're making. And then you just paint your Mod Podge. A nice thin layer. Doesn't have to be real thick because you're going to want, you don't want any bubbles.
Yep. And this one, Patty and I were both talking, and we don't know for sure because it's hard to go through a whole thing of Mod Podge, even if you do a lot of crafts like we do. And this formula, this is the first time both of us have used this particular Mod Podge, but this formula feels a little thinner than our regular Mod Podge, but that might just be because our regular Mod Podge is years old by now.
It's been around a while. Once you have it coated with a nice thin coat, you take the right side of the print down. So you want the back of the fabric facing you. And you press that onto your cutting board and then just smooth it out. And this is where you can smooth out some of those gentle wrinkles if you have any. Yep. And it's okay if your board or if the fabric is a little bigger than your board because we can trim that excess off, but just kind of spreading it out good and flat. No air bubbles. So here we go. Yeah, this is it. So cute. So we're going to trim off any excess. I just have a little bit.
And I tried trimming. We've each done a version of this, and I tried trimming with the X-Acto blade first. That was not the right way to go. Definitely use your scissors. For some reason, the X-Acto blade, even though it's super sharp, would just kind of fray the edges. So scissors are definitely the way to go.
Good. And then just press those edges down again just to make sure nothing popped up. And then we're going to give it another coat or two of Mod Podge. You're going to want to let your coats dry in between, but just give it another coat. And make sure that all the fabric is covered.
Yeah, it's kind of... Be sure to get those little edge pieces because you're keeping it from, you're going to keep it from fraying and all that.
And the fabric does absorb a lot of the Mod Podge. So it's a little thicker layer this time than on the glass.
Yep.
And you kind of got to work quickly with Mod Podge because it does tend to dry fairly quickly. But it's pretty easy process.
And it does kind of leave kind of a milky consistency, but once it dries clear. Some of them, there's different versions of the Mod Podge too, but this one, it dries kind of semi-glossy, I would say. So.
And this is such an easy project. Like the kiddos could obviously help with this as well. Just really simple, easy project to do. And then go ahead.
And I was just going to say, and it's obviously so customizable. So the kiddos can have, this is a Dollar Tree project. So $1 for the little cutting board, and then they can choose whatever their fabric is and make it custom for them.
Yep, exactly. So I like between the layers of coats, I like to just kind of go around because sometimes you get a little extra Mod Podge on that edge, that rim, and I can kind of adjust to the little frays of any fabric to go in the right direction so they're not kind of all wonky, and get some of that extra Mod Podge off the edge if you want. Just a little extra step that I did before that worked well.
And I found because I have like a piece of paper underneath this, pick it up before it dries. You don't want it Mod Podging down to the paper that you got down there. So pick it up, put a clean sheet under it, or however you want to hold it to let it dry.
Exactly. So it's still wet on the back, but just a cute little cutting board. Yeah, real cute. And we'll show you. So then you let this dry, usually about an hour. Then you put another coat on or more. It's totally up to you. It just depends on. We recommend hand washing these, so you're not going to be putting them necessarily in the dishwasher, but depending on how much use you think you'll get out of it, a couple layers of Mod Podge will be good. And then you'll have a nice dry back. And this is our other one. So there's our other cutting board. We've got the rough side on the top and the fabric Mod Podge to the back. And then the last step, which is super easy, is just taking those 4 little feet that you took off the back, and we're just going to super glue them in place. And
they do still have a little bit of that adhesive, but I definitely recommend don't rely on that. Add a little bit of super glue onto them.
And basically, I mean, there's no right or wrong as to where they're going. Just kind of make sure they're spaced evenly, like the 4 corners of a square.
Yep. I just love how fast and easy, and you really do end up making just a simple little Dollar Tree cutting board, something really cute and personalized.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Be a great like housewarming gift or something like that for somebody.
These would be really cute, added to a gift basket for Christmas or birthday. You could put in, your custom cutting board, with a cookbook, maybe a dog treat cookbook or some dog toys or other things, spatula, other kitchen items. But again, so just got my 4 little feet, kind of tried to place them as we're kind of in it, spaced out evenly as much as I could, but just so the cutting board sits flat. And that's it. We're done. The other thing that I think would be really cute with these is for bridal shower gifts.
Oh yeah.
Or if you've got, your bridesmaids, you've got a dozen bridesmaids in your wedding and you want to give gifts. This is a really inexpensive, but just turns out so beautiful. I mean, you could put any colored fabric here. Obviously we are partial to doggy themed fabrics. But you could pick anything. It could be a farmhouse truck. It could be oranges and lemons. It could be something
Yep.
for Thanksgiving or Christmas, a little Santa
I
Claus.
love the idea of holiday ones, like
Mhm.
and since they're pretty small, it's not going to be a giant cutting board, but do a
Right.
couple of them and do the coordinating fabrics, and I think it just ends up so cute. So
I agree. Just so precious. So hope we've inspired you to get out there and have some fun. Go out there, go to Dollar Tree, grab up all their cutting boards, and rummage through your favorite fabrics and get some dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and you're off and running
Yeah.
for something that's really super sweet and easy, but made with love. So
yeah. And if you are looking for other ideas, we have a huge long playlist of all kinds of crafts, recipes, all sorts of fun stuff. So check those out. And if you know somebody that you think would enjoy this, please share, because it really does help us out a ton. And let us know if you end up making these. Let us know how they turned out. Share some pictures. We love seeing what you guys create. So
exactly. Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for being with us today. Thank Dog It's Friday. Hope you have a good one and enjoy your weekend. Give your pups an extra belly rub from us.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.